Good morning. So I am running late. I'm like 10 minutes late. Um, so for some reason, I had scheduled this live for this morning at 6 a.m., but my StreamYard wasn't cooperating and it was showing like I had scheduled it for the 21st, not the 26th. And I don't know if I even went live on the 21st. I need to go back and look, but I don't know why it was showing the 21st rather than today. So it was giving me issues, and then I woke up late. As you can see, I'm sitting in a different area. I'm working from home this morning, and then I will be going to work later on this afternoon. So I thought, why not go live, do some writing sprints, use up all these StreamYard hours for the day. Might as well. So yeah, I'm just going to hang out here for a few minutes, see if any of my friends join me, and then we will get started. So I'm going to set... So I am currently at, let me grab my little binder here. So as of last night, I am at 37,769 words. I thought that I was at like 43,000 words, but it turns out that I miscalculated the words in Dabble, and I'm actually several thousand words short than where I thought I was. I thought I was at like 43,000 something words, but I'm actually at 37,000 something words. So hopefully this morning I can get a lot of words in, catch back up to where I thought I was. I'm really hoping to hit the 50K mark this week. And I know we have 4 days left, 5 days left? I think there's 30 days this month, so 4 days. I don't know if I will be able to. Let's see, let me pull up a calculator. So if I want to hit 50,000 words, and I'm currently at 37,769 words. That means I have about 12,000 words left to get to where I want to be, to get to 50K. So divide that by 4 days, and that means I need to write about 3,000 words a day. Honestly, it's a lot, but I have done it. I've done it a few times throughout this challenge. So really, it's not impossible. We'll see. Maybe I can use this morning and get myself ahead. And I don't know. I'm going to try for it. I don't know if it'll actually happen, especially because Thursday's Thanksgiving, and as we get later in the week, we're actually doing our move and everything. But yeah, I think since there's nobody in here right now and it's just me, I'm going to go ahead and just start the sprint. I'm probably going to be coming in and off the screen so that I can do some packing and stuff. I have to pack up our bedroom here. Not all of it, but there's still some stuff on my nightstand, stuff that I need to pack up. And then I need to pack up our laundry room. I'm going to kind of try to do both writing and packing, kind of bounce back and forth between both things. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get us started on our first sprint here. Oh, let's see, we have a new friend. Greetings from Phoenix, Arizona. That's awesome. Hi, good morning. I love Phoenix. We spent quite a bit of time in Phoenix. My husband is a kidney transplant patient, and he was at the Mayo Clinic for a while, so we spent a lot of time in Phoenix. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you're writing, what you're working on this morning. Morning, Renee. I hope you're doing well. Hope baby boy's good. You're a living kidney donor? That is amazing. Thank you so much for that. We are huge advocates for organ donation and that whole thing. My husband, this will be my husband's. He's currently in the process of getting back on the kidney transplant list, and this will be his third transplant. So that is amazing. Um, I the first time around, I tried to be a donor for him, and we didn't match blood tissue wise. So we were going to do what they call paired matching, and kind of like swap kidneys with someone. But before we could do that, we were in the process of doing that when he ended up getting a deceased donor kidney. Right? Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know if I've ever actually met um, a live donor. Well, that's not true. So growing up, my aunt had type 2 diabetes and or not type 2. She had juvenile diabetes, type 1, um, her whole life. And, once I eventually came along, my mom had me and everything. Um, Growing up, she was always sick and in and out of the hospital. Fortunately, she had several transplants. She had kidney transplant, I think 3 or 4 times, liver and a pancreas transplant, I think, eventually. Um, she ended up passing away about 15 years ago now, but um, I think 2 of my aunts donated to her at one point. So I guess I do know 2 living donors. Um, but other than that, I've never met like anyone else who's actually donated. That is amazing. Um, yeah, so I think we will go ahead and jump right into the first sprint. I was saying a little bit earlier that I realized that I counted my words wrong in Dabble until I'm actually like almost 8,000 words short words or like less words than I thought I was, um, which kind of sucks. But I'm gonna try to get back to where I was. Love to hit 50K by the end of the week. I don't know if that'll happen with Thanksgiving coming up and our move coming up here in a few days, but I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna get in as many words as I can. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull up our little timer here. Let's see. All right, here we go. See you guys. Let me restart this timer. All right, I will see you guys in 40 minutes. Okay, guys, that is the end of our first sprint. I did not get as many words written in that sprint as I had hoped. My husband came in and we were talking a little bit about our move. I got 440 words written that sprint, which I feel like isn't too many for 40 minutes. I feel like I wrote for about 40 minutes yesterday and was able to get like over 1,000 words. So definitely not as many as I would have liked, but it's a good start for the day at least. So let me know how you guys did. How many words were you able to get in? So I'm finally to the midpoint of my book, kind of at Act 2, like A, and I'm getting closer to Act 2B. I did have some of Act 2 already written, and I don't think I have very much of Act 3 written, so that's definitely probably going to be the focus of the rest of the week. I'm editing chapter 42 of 49 of my audiobook. I'm almost done with this chapter. Nice. That's a great amount of work done. So only 7 chapters left. What kind of book is it? I listen to audiobooks regularly, so that's cool. I don't even know what goes into editing an audiobook. I'm assuming you're listening to it, obviously, and then taking notes as you listen to it, or how does that work? Renee got hubby off to work, and kids started waking up. I hope you're getting a good amount of sleep with baby boy Renee. And yeah, my husband, he's working, but he works here at home, so he's out in our loft working. But anytime he knows I'm here, he comes in and out. So I keep having to turn the camera off. The book is one of my crime thrillers. Nice. I love crime thrillers. I haven't read any, and I don't know that I've read many thrillers at all this year. My reading has been all over the place this year. Usually I read about 100. I set my Goodreads goal at 100 books every year, and usually I surpass that. And I'll read like 120 books in the year. And this year it's basically December, and I don't think I've read maybe 80 books, if that. I think I'm at 70 something books. So I'm not going to be hitting my Goodreads goal this year for the first time, like ever. But, I only have so many hours in a day, and writing has obviously been taking up a lot of time. And it has been a crazy year. So my audiobook editing involves editing breaths and adjusting for pacing. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like so obviously I know it's not exactly the same thing, but I use a program that for editing my YouTube videos, where you upload the video into the program, and it turns your like your spoken words into like a document, into like a written document, so that you can edit it that way. So you're editing basically like a Word document instead of like a typical video style. You can do it either way in the program, but it allows you to edit out breaths and like dead air when there's like no talking, and to like breathing, that kind of thing. And it'll search for common words that you say a lot. So in my videos, I say like a lot. I've noticed like and I say a lot. So it goes in and finds all of those and automatically pulls them out. And turn this up. And then there's other functions too. I forget what else. It looks for other things. And we'll find those and pull them out as well. So did you narrate the audiobook yourself, or did you have someone else narrate it? It's always kind of jarring to me when I listen to an audiobook and I recognize the narrator from a different audiobook, from like something completely different. I've always been really good at being able to like recognize voices ever since I was a kid. Like you could blindfold me and have someone that I haven't spoken to in like a long time start talking, and I would be able to recognize the voice. Like I've just always been really good at recognizing voices. And so sometimes that'll happen where I'll start listening to an audiobook and all of a sudden I'm like, I know this voice. Like I know this person. I've listened to this person narrate an audiobook before. There's this one female narrator. I can't remember her name, but she narrates a lot of romance books and contemporary romance books. And every time I never look at like who the narrator is. I never really look at synopsis. When I read, I'm totally like a cover person. I absolutely go off of covers and like recommendations. I hardly ever read synopsis. Um, so I never know who like the narrators are, but I can, well, every time, as soon as the book like starts, I'm like, I know that voice. I know she's like done one of the other books I've listened to before. And it's always kind of jarring to like now be listening to her narrating something completely different, especially when sometimes it's like a different genre sometimes. Um, it can kind of throw me off sometimes. Yes, I narrated the books myself. That's awesome. I never thought of doing that. I love when authors narrate their own books, especially like memoirs or like nonfiction. Uh, but I don't know if I could do that. You have to be like, I think writing is one thing, but narrating, I feel like, or not feel like you have to be like an actor almost. You have to have like the enthusiasm and like the inflections, and depending on the book maybe you need to have like an accent or do the different voices. Like I could not do that. um when I was younger, I worked at a preschool. I was a preschool teacher for a long time, and just doing like voices reading kids books was like difficult, so I can't even imagine trying to narrate an entire book. That is amazing. Good for you, because I definitely don't think I could do it. Renee says, I couldn't do audiobook. I would fall asleep. As silly as that sounds, like something kids do. Oh, I've done that. Every once in a while, I'll put on an audiobook. Not as much now, but I used to really have a hard time with falling asleep. Like once I was asleep, I was asleep, but I had a very hard time falling asleep. And so I would listen to audiobooks and I would fall asleep during them all the time. But even so, sometimes like if I have a random time on the weekend or something, I'll lay on the couch and I'll knit or play my Nintendo Switch, whatever, while I'm listening to an audiobook, and I have definitely fallen asleep while listening to one. So it's not just you, Renee. I usually listen to them in the car on my way to and from work. So obviously, I'm not going to fall asleep in the car while I'm driving. So that's usually how I get through as many audiobooks as I do, which hopefully next year's reading like count will be better, because I didn't start my job now where I'm driving to and from work until like more than halfway through the year. So hopefully next year I'll have an entire year of driving back and forth from work. So hopefully that'll bump up my reading numbers. Maybe one day I'll be able to. Yeah. I know people who kind of fit in where they can, whether it's different because you have kids, you know, and you obviously want to be like present or like be able to hear out, listen for them. But and the people who listen to audiobooks like while they're cleaning, like that's the only time they'll listen to an audiobook, or like I said, while driving or maybe while cooking dinner. I do that too. So that's another way that I'm able to get through them quickly. So I usually try to listen to them like while I'm doing something, so that does not happen. It's been quite a learning process, learning how to perform as well as the technical skills of audio production. That is a lot. That is amazing. I feel like that is just a whole like different skill set. I mean, obviously, but like writing a book is one thing and is like hard enough and already involves some skill, obviously, and is a learning process on its own. So then learning to also perform as well as the technical stuff, that's amazing. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I usually just put music on to get cleaning done because it goes by faster. Yeah, for sure. I'm someone who always has something on. I don't like silence. So I always have like the TV on in the background. I'll have a movie on or a podcast or music or an audiobook, something. I always have something on. So usually I do try to do audiobooks so that I can kind of get through my reading goals. But yeah, it really does help. Sometimes it's hard because you obviously get so like focused on what you're doing that you're not paying attention to the audiobooks. You kind of miss stuff. But I don't worry about that so much. Unless it's like a fantasy that obviously you kind of need to be paying attention to so you understand the world building and if there's magic system, whatever, like if it's complex. But I feel like contemporary romances work really well to listen if you're doing something that might take your attention away from the book because it's not as important for you to listen to like every single detail, I listen to audiobooks while driving or cooking or cleaning. Yeah, same. I really like listening to them while driving, especially after work. I like to put on something familiar. A lot of times, honestly, I always have the Harry Potter books on Hoopla. The audiobooks. I think who's the narrator? It's the American narrator. Is it Jim Dale? Let me see. I know there's a famous narrator like in the UK, but I don't think you can get his books here. Yeah, Jim Dale. So I always have. Can you guys see these? Yeah, I always have these on my Hoopla so that I can listen to these in the car. A lot of times, if I've had a really stressful day at work and or I get to the end of the day and I feel like my brain is just done and I'm worn out, a lot of times I'll put these on in the car. And that way I just kind of have something on in the background, but it's something familiar that I don't like fully have to listen to. And it allows me to kind of somewhat zone out while I'm driving. And I don't really have to be fully paying attention. So I always have those. Question. For your writing notebook notes, do you use one notebook for all your notes or different ones for each project? So in the past, I had used different notebooks. I had like binders set up. And then that's where I would do like outlining and figuring out scenes and like going through Save the Cat and stuff. But ended up with like 3 or 4 different notebooks. And then so my problem is that during November, I do great. Well, actually, that's not true. I start off doing great. And then slowly I kind of peter out throughout the month. But November is usually the month when I write the most. And then throughout the year, I have a hard time getting myself motivated. So I will write for November and then not write again for like 3, 4 months and then pick it back up and I'll be searching for the binder, searching for those notes and whatever. And so I had 3 or 4 binders that I wasn't even using. So it became too much. So I watched this video. I'll see if I can find the link and I'll post it in the comments to this video of a woman creating, I think she calls it a commonplace journal, where she basically keeps like all of her different like notes, journaling, quotes, like ideas, just kind of one place to keep everything. And I really liked the sound of that, so I just went ahead and made my own. So now I do have just one notebook. So right now in here I have, let's see, I have like some journaling pages to kind of journal my thoughts throughout the month of November. I have a page for quotes or pages for quotes. I have notes for the story I'm currently working on, as well as notes for that random story that I started a couple weeks ago. I keep track of writing sprints in here. I also just started a page for like ideas so that I could just get the idea down and not feel like I had to start working on it. Otherwise, I'd forget about it. So, story ideas. And so, yeah, I think I'll keep this for now. I did see, again, I'll see if I can find it, the link for it, and I'll put it. But I came across a video on TikTok of an author who created, what does she call it? Actually, I think I saved it. Let me see if I can find
Finally
it.
giving in to the deep urge to actually sob, which I did.
There goes Harry Potter. Let me see if I can find it. She created this notebook for authors, and I forget what she called it. She called it like the author's black book or something, little black book, something like that. Let me see. Pretty sure I saved it. Yeah, right here.
I'm anxious as I start writing my fourth.
Let's see. So, the author's black book is what it's called. And this is created for authors by an author. And so you can get it like bound or in spiral form. And there's like journaling pages, there's areas for like if you start like outlining or like brainstorming, an area to keep a list of characters, current word count, additional thoughts, there's quotes. So I'll put the link to it down in the comments. I think I'm gonna get this. Once I finish this draft, I think I'll do kind of what I think like Cody's doing, and I think Ian might be doing it as well. Like editing while also starting the draft of a new story. I know Ian's worked on the sequel, but I think Cody has started a whole new like series. I don't know if it's a series or a whole new standalone. But doing both editing and drafting a new book at the same time, that's probably what I'll end up doing. So I think when I start at drafting the new book, I will get one of these, and I'll try to keep. She talks in this video about like having a different book for each, having a different journal for each book, and using it as kind of like a keepsake and to come back to once the book is over and years from now having these like notes and these memories from when you wrote this book. And I really love the idea of that, especially eventually having it for like multiple books. So because we're moving and we're spending a lot of money already and everything, I don't really want to go buy anything else. But maybe in the new year, I will go and I'll buy one of these. But for now, I'm gonna keep. Sorry, guys, my dog just moved. I'll keep what notes I can in here, and then come the new year when I buy this, kind of maybe transition everything into this one. Maybe I'll buy a few of them or something, since I do already have kind of 2 or 3 books in the like wings waiting for me to just start them. So, but yeah, to answer your question, right now I do use one for everything. What kind of dog do you have? So I actually have 3 dogs. We have a pit bull. She's the one who just moved and shifted my whole camera. You guys can see like my little pillow back here now. So you have a pit bull, a Boston Terrier who is asleep. You can't see him, but he's asleep like down here. The pit bull's over here. And then we also have a little mix. We think he's a Chihuahua mix who is asleep under the blanket over here. So it was really early when I got up. It was like 5:30, and it is really hard for me to get up in the winter months when it is so dark outside. And I know that it's not going to start to get light for a couple hours, and it's really cold, and I have warm, comfy dogs in the bed. Like, it's hard for me to get up. So I didn't, originally I was going to get up and keep packing, but it was still so dark out, and I was like, it's too early for this. So instead of going into my office and starting to pack and stuff, I decided to hang out here. In bed, I have this pillow that, I don't know if I can show it to you guys. It like, you can see kind of right here. It's like a U shape, and you can use it in front of you to like wrap around you and then use it like as a table, or you can put it behind you to use it like as a back support. So that's what I'm using right now. Because I didn't want to go inside my office yet. It was too dark and too like cold. But I'll probably be moving over there here the next spring because I start work at 8. So this morning I am working from home in the morning from 8 to about 10:30, and then we are going to do the final walkthrough of our new house. We close City Tuesday. Yeah, we're closing on this house, our current house, today, and then we're trying to close on the new house today. If not, we'll close on the new house tomorrow. But today is our final walkthrough, and then we should be getting keys either today or tomorrow. So, Renee, I'm going to take your advice, and while we're there today, I'm going to go and do a empty house tour, or maybe I'll do it after because the like superintendent guy will be there. We'll see. At some point, I'm going to take your advice, and I'm going to go do an empty house tour, and then I'll show obviously as we start unpacking and decorating and stuff. I've been outline drafting a new book, also a new genre for me, while working on the audiobook of one of my thrillers. Yeah, I've never edited a book. I've never gotten far enough into a draft or finished a draft to be able to edit a book. So that process seems kind of daunting to me, and I'm a little bit nervous about getting to that because I feel like it's just a whole like mind shift. But I think editing while also drafting another book, or at least starting like the outlining process, could help me still have more of like a critical thinking like time and then more like creative time. I'm trying to decide what story I want to work on because I have a fantasy idea that I'm really excited about, but I've never written fantasy like a full novel before. I've written like fan fiction, and when I was a kid I used to tell like crazy stories to my friends and stuff. So I've told like fantastical stories, but I've never tried to write an entire fantasy novel. And it seems really daunting, all the world building, and there would be like a magic system and all the things. So I don't know if I want to dive into that. I may save that for next year, maybe. I do have a story that I started last Nano that's set on a train. It's a contemporary romance set on, well, partly on a train. And I think about 60% of the way through that. Maybe I'll pick that up and finish that and get through the first draft of that. Then I'll have two books that the first drafts like are done for. We'll see what I decide to do. I have one dog. She's about 10 years old. A pink nose pit bull. Yeah, ours is pink nose also. She's the biggest baby. We were just talking to my mom yesterday about a family friend who has a like German Shepherd mix or something, and how he was really mean and like attacked or tried to attack my stepbrother the other night. And it's crazy that like the reputation that pit bulls get, and every pit bull I've ever been around has been the biggest baby. Our pit bull thinks she's little because she's been around all these little dogs, so she thinks she's a lap dog too. But I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next stream. I think I had like 3.5 hours of streaming time left on StreamYard for the month, so I don't want to run out of time. So I might do some packing now that it's later out. We'll see, or maybe I will try to get some more words in before I start work. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. Let me bring this back up. And take this down. Oh, where am I? There. Okay. And let's go ahead and start the timer. I will see you guys in 40 minutes. Good luck. Okay, guys, that is the end of that sprint. So this is
You gonna eat your half dome?
this lighting is horrible. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I did not do any writing that sprint. I've had a wardrobe change. I got up and have my work laptop up. I'm working remotely this morning until we go to our appointment. Yesterday until we go to our appointment later. See, how'd you guys do? Avery got 896 words in 38 minutes. That's awesome. Great job. Avery, what's your word count at now? I don't remember. I haven't had a chance to watch your latest video. Also, you might see my dogs moving around back here. That's an amazing amount of words in 38 minutes, Avery. That's awesome. For real. That's a lot of words. Renee, if you're still here, how about you? How did you do? Are you still, I think you said you were hanging out with your kids as they were waking up. So I got my work laptop set up. I got the dogs fed during that sprint. I got changed. But other than the first sprint I did this morning, where I got 440 words, I did not do any writing in that sprint. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I just passed 50K. That's awesome. Congratulations. So last night I was looking at my challenge binder, my rough draft challenge binder, and looking at all of the tracking I've done. And then I was looking in Dabble. Dabble has this like tracker where it tracks how many words you write every day. And so that's what I've been using to track my words. But I thought that the tracker, so in Dabble you can have multiple projects. I thought the tracker was just for that specific project. So I was counting all of the words in my main project and then going and also adding in the 7,700 words I wrote in that separate project a couple of weeks ago. And last night it finally dawned on me that that tracker is actually for all of the projects. So it already included that 7,700 words from the other project. So this whole time I had been giving myself an extra 7,700 words. So I lost 7,700 words last night, which sucks. So I'm hoping to try to catch back up. I did write over 2,000 words yesterday. So I'm hoping to gain those back somehow. I would love to hit 50K this month. In the last week, I have never hit 50K in November. So I'm at, I forget what I said this morning. I think I'm actually at like 34, maybe 37,000 or something. So I'm not too far off. I think I calculated this morning, I was like 12,000 words off. So I'd have to write like 3,000 words every day for the next 4 days. I've had several days this month where I've written 3,000 words and over. So, I mean, it's possible. But for 4 days straight, I don't know, especially with Thanksgiving on Thursday. And we are actually moving this week. We're closing on this house today, closing on the new house tomorrow, and hopefully getting keys tomorrow and actually start moving. So I don't know how much actual writing I'm going to be able to do in the next few days. Renee was vlogging. That's awesome. Super excited to check out your new vlogs. I think you said you were going to start back up in January. Or are you going to start sooner now that the baby's here? Ian is at work. Just at work, doing work things workily. That was quite a sentence. Yeah, I'm about to be doing work things workily also. It is end of year, so things are crazy busy. I work in benefits, so end of year is always like open enrollment and like here in the US, a lot of like ACA stuff before tax season comes up. So I'm trying to do all of that. Yeah, it was, I had a feeling that I was miscalculating my words somehow because I was at like 43,000 words. And I was like, that just seems like so many words. Like I never write that much. I've never written that much ever. And it just seemed like a lot. And finally, last night, I realized that above the little tracker, it says for all projects, and my heart like sunk. Give yourself an extra couple of weeks. No one expects you to win Nano while moving. Yeah, I definitely never, I didn't intend to try to do 50K. I started off the month saying 25K. And then I started off the month so strong that I was getting close. I surpassed 25 and then surpassed 30. And I was like, hey, maybe I could do this. Only to realize that it was because I was miscalculating the words. I think I could do it. Like I said, it's just basically just finding the time. Tomorrow I am working in the office and it's just myself and my coworker. My boss is not there. So I might try to do some sneaky sprints while I'm at work tomorrow because it's probably going to be slow. Because like I said, there'll only be 2 of us there. So we'll see if I can maybe get some extra words in then. And then on Saturday, we are going to be at the new house waiting for like the cable to come and furniture to be delivered and stuff. So I think while I'm sitting there waiting for that stuff, maybe I'll try to do some words in there too. So we'll see. Even if I don't hit it, I'm not like, it sucked to realize that I was that many words behind or that I lost that many words. But I do fully acknowledge that I totally surpassed my goals. I am very happy about that. I'm not like super stressing about it. You more than passed your own goals. Yeah. Honestly, my goal was to hit, once I started that new project, my goal was to hit 25K in my actual current project. And then have the other words for the other project just be in addition to, and I did that. So I'm very happy with that. If I can hit the 50K, great. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'm here, but hubby called. No problem, Renee. You're good. And Ian, you finished your book. That's awesome. Congratulations. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to finish this draft this month, but I think that's just too lofty of a goal. I'm sitting at like the midpoint right now, probably like I think I don't remember if it's in the Save the Cat. One of the structures is like Act 2 is divided into 2, so it's like Act 2A and Act 2B. I'm technically in Act 2B right now, and I have some of Act 3 written, but not too much. So I don't know that that's feasible, but that's awesome that you were able to finish your book so quickly. Or well, I guess not so quickly, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I think we are gonna, now that I am technically working, but actually here in this next sprint, I'm going to be packing boxes. I have to pack up my whole, you guys can see the dog back here. This is what he does. He like burrows into these pillows and hides, and he kind of matches the color of the pillows. So half the time we can't find him, and we don't know who's back there. So yeah, I need to pack up like my nightstand and our like laundry room with all the cleaning supplies and stuff. I need to pack all that up. So I'm probably gonna do that on this next sprint. We'll see how long I go. I'm not sure how long these are gonna go. I think I had like 3.5 hours of streaming time left for the month, so I'll probably use the rest of that up. So we'll see if I don't get writing done this sprint, then maybe I can the next one. But our appointment for our second walkthrough was at 11, so we gotta leave here about 10:30. So I had quite a few days off from work where I just wrote 12 to 14-hour days. That's awesome. I wish I could do that. Like, I would love to take some time off work and do like a writing retreat or something, or like you did and just kind of hole up in my office and be able to write for that like length of time. But all of my PTO is being saved for when Nick has his transplant eventually. So, but maybe I can just take a day off work and go huddle up at the library one of these days or something. It's funny. Our new house has like an outdoor little patio area, and we've never really had that before. So we've been looking at furniture, like a little table and chairs to sit out there. And yesterday I was having the thought that like, oh, I can sit out there and write in the mornings or read. And then it made me think of your little outdoor clips, Ian. So I might have to try to emulate you and have my little outdoor patio moments and updates. Yeah, he's really cute. He's like a year old, just barely a year old. So he's definitely still a puppy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get our new tracker started here, or timer, I should say. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started because my dog's just starting to go nuts. I don't know if you can see they're like fighting behind me. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch to a different little space though. Let's see. Let's see what we got. There's one that'll like randomize it. Maybe we can do that. Where is it? Maybe not. There used to be one that would. No, is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. No. Not loving any of these. This might be a pro. Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one on. Okay, guys, happy writing. I will see you guys in 40 minutes. Okay, guys, so that is the end of that sprint. I did not get anywhere in. I have been packing up. I cleaned up my entire nightstand over here, moved it out because there was a bunch of stuff that had fallen behind it. Got all of that packed up. We went and measured the couch that we have in our loft to see if that will fit in the new bedroom, or guest room, I guess I should say. So I've just been kind of going back and forth between working and getting stuff packed up. Avery got 835 words on the 40-minute sprint and 520 words on the 20-minute sprint. Avery, you're killing it. That is awesome. You've got what? It's like, I forget how many you said you got the first time, but I think you're close to over 2,000 words, if not over 2,000 words. That's awesome. I'm hoping to get some words in the next sprint. I think we'll do one more short one before I have to start getting ready to head out to go do our final walkthrough. Hopefully I'll be able to get some words in on that one. And then we'll see if I'm able to do anything tonight. Maybe I don't think we really have anything going on tonight unless we end up getting the keys. So if we don't get the keys, then maybe I can come home tonight and do some writing. Try to catch back up on those words I lost. Ian, what are you going to do now? Are you going to I think you said you're going to work on the dev edits on the first book. So you're not going to like immediately start drafting the next one, are you? How do you make reels on IG, reels in IG or regular camera time lapse? So let me show you this thing I got. Hold on. So I do basically everything on my phone. I do have one of those like Osmo Pocket cameras that I use occasionally when I'm doing stuff at my desk. I like to use that. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys. The title company called and we're asking about wiring all the different money over. It was all supposed to be done automatically from this house to the next house, but of course we told them when we were there. Now they're saying something different, so I'm waiting for the realtor to call back. So as soon as she calls back, I'll have to hop on that. But I was saying I have one of those Osmo Pocket cameras that I use. It's packed up, so I can't show it to you. I really need to start using that again for vlogging because it is a lot easier. But what I've been using recently, since I've been using my phone, is this. Let me take this off so you can see a little bit better. This, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Not a mount, but a stand. There's a word. I can't think of the word. But it's magnetic, and it just hooks onto the magnetic back of my iPhone. and it's a stand, tripod, kind of. And it comes down, so there's different ways that you can set your camera up. So I'm going to tilt the camera down and kind of show you if I can. Yeah, you can't really see that. So it sits like this, so you can do like vertical videos for Reels for like Instagram, or you can easily turn your phone and do horizontal for YouTube. Oops, as I drop my phone. You can also, so I can use my phone front facing or back facing, and then it also opens up into like an actual little tripod. And again, I can turn my phone either way. And then this part up here also tilts. So you can do, I use this a lot. I want to do more like journaling videos and stuff, or when I'm doing like the typing B-roll clips. This is what I use a lot. So you can change the angle at which it's filming. There's like 10 different angles and ways you can use it. It came with like instructions on the different ways, but I have everything packed up right now. I got this on Amazon. It kept popping up, or not Amazon. Was it Amazon? I think I kept seeing it on Pinterest, not Pinterest, on Instagram. It kept popping up on Instagram, and I wanted it for so long, and finally I gave in and bought it because I want to do like planning videos eventually, and again for like B-roll clips. And the Pocket Osmo only does horizontal, so I've been trying, before the move and everything got crazy, I've been trying to do more Reels and Instagram content. So this makes that so easy, and it's really easy to switch back and forth between the two different kinds of content. So yeah, and it just sits on your phone like that. They even have one that's a wallet, so if you wanted to keep like credit cards or debit cards in there, you could. So yeah, I really like it. I think I saw it on Instagram, but I ended up ordering it off Amazon, I think. Let me see, I can tell you right now. I think it cost like $30. So it wasn't, a little bit expensive, but honestly, I use it every single day. Any video that you see from me, whether on Instagram or YouTube, I've used this while doing it. Let's see. Yeah, so I did order it on Amazon. I can put the link in the chat if you want. So that's right there on Amazon. And it's actually on sale right now for Black Friday. So it's $31.99 right now, but I got it. I think I paid $40. And yeah, I really like having it. Yeah, it's been a game changer, honestly. Like I said, I use it every day. I actually stopped using the Osmo Pocket one because of it. Let's see, do you record in IG or your regular camera on phone? Honestly, if I'm doing if I'm doing chatty clips where I'm talking and you're seeing my face, honestly, I use Snapchat because I use filters. I know that's like frowned upon or whatever, but yes, I use filters. So I use Snapchat, and then I just save the video to my phone. If it's just like a B-roll or something where you can't see my face, then I just use my phone, my regular camera on my phone. I don't ever really record in Instagram. Every once in a while, if I'm doing like a story or something, maybe I'll record on Instagram, but other than that, I never really record on Instagram. Honestly, 90% of the time I use Snapchat. That's why occasionally in my videos you can see all of a sudden like balloons will pop up or the like thumbs up is because I'm in Snapchat. But yeah, those are basically the only two ways I do it, really. Yeah, so I'll definitely link that. I'll link this. I already got the links for that other author's Black Journal I was talking about, or author's Black Book that I was talking about, and I was going to link something else. Oh, the video to the Commonplace Journal. I'll link all three of those down below. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and jump into, oh, Ian, you said something I forgot to. I'll do dev edits on book 1. Honestly, it's just typos and stuff and send to you. Yay, I'm excited to read it. Then I'll go through book 2 for typos and send. Then I guess I'll write book 3 and make covers and whatnot. It's so crazy that you're like just starting on this journey. I want to write 30 books. again, I know I've said this, but I cannot even imagine, like, even beginning to think like 30 books ahead. That is awesome. And I'm excited to read all 30 when they eventually, or as they come out, I guess. So, oh, my battery's dying. Okay, I need to go plug in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the next sprint, get us going. This will probably be the last one because, like I said, I gotta start getting ready for it, or ready for our appointment. So I think this one's just gonna be a 25. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, guys, that is the end of that sprint. This is a horrible angle, but my battery died, and it is the only plug I could use. I didn't run any words that sprint either. We're trying to figure out this stuff with the lender now, and between our lender and the realtor, I make sure everything's taken care of because today is supposed to be closing day, so it's the last day for this stuff to be taken care of. But I did get some work done. I got my whole nightstand area cleaned up. I started getting some stuff packed in my closet. Our closet's almost done, but the last few things in the closet. So I have not gotten any writing done other than that first original sprint I did. But I will try to do some sprints tonight. I don't know if I'll do them on my own or maybe on this Life app where I do my timer. You can actually add people to your little room and then just chat in there. There's not a video function, but you can all be in the room and use the timer and have the sound and chat. Maybe I'll share that link later tonight and open it up for anybody who wants to join me and do sprints that way tonight. We'll see, no guarantees, but if we end up not getting the keys tonight, then maybe I'll do that and see what words I can get in tonight. You can see my little puppy right here. Didn't write any words that sprint, but I got a total of 2252 words today. That is awesome, Avery. That's a great amount of words already. I don't know what time it is there, but here it's only 10 a.m., so that's a great amount of words for 10 a.m. You can see, try to turn this around, I have a little visitor right here. Yeah, he's been running around crazy all day with all the boxes, and I found his bowl underneath the nightstand, so he's been playing with that. Okay, guys, well, I gotta hop off pretty quick because we're about to get ready to head out soon. Can I have the puppy? He is definitely a big baby. He always likes to have attention. If you pay attention to either of the other dogs, he will immediately insert himself in the middle and want the attention. As you can see, he doesn't like being the center of attention right now, or not being the center of attention. He can't stand on the computer though. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you as always. I'm gonna head out so we can get our closing done. Maybe get our keys. I said earlier I'm going to shoot an empty house tour either today or tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll have my week 3 vlog coming up hopefully on Friday, so be on the lookout for that also. I'm excited to check out all of your guys' videos that I haven't caught up on, so I'll definitely be doing that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.